It's the night before my craft fair. I'm trying to be a little quiet because my family is asleep right now. I stayed up. I wanted to make a goal of 200 items and I finally finished it. I am bringing 200 items to my craft fair. I made just some quick makes because I needed 6 more items. So I made some little chickens, and then I made a leggy frog, a tiny one. And then I wanted to make another leggy frog, but I ended up just turning it into a slug. So that's that. But the car's all packed. It's been raining for the last 2 days. It's not supposed to rain for tomorrow, so I'm hoping it doesn't, but I know the ground, we've had flash flooding, and I know the ground will be terrible for tomorrow. I ordered a side panel for our tent. It did not arrive today like it was supposed to, so I went to the Dollar Tree and I got some shower curtains to hang up to at least give us some protection from the elements. I don't know if it'll really help, but I saw somebody on a TikTok do that and I thought it was kind of a cute idea, so I decided to get one too. But I'm excited for tomorrow. I've got, you know, zip ties, I've got scissors, I've got twine, I've got tape, I've got extra crochet material with me that I just keep in the car anyways in general. I plan to use my phone to take payments, and I brought cash as well. So our setup is at 7 a.m. tomorrow, and the event is about 45 minutes away from where we live, and my husband is helping, so hopefully when we get there it's easy to navigate the spot. I've done this festival before, back when it was like the second festival that I had ever done, and it was a really good festival, but then I did it when it was the 6-year festival and it was not a good event. I had a terrible spot. The wind was so bad that I had to take down my tent, and so I'm hoping it is not the repeat. This time I'm bringing my crochet items. In the past I've brought boutique items with my sister, so I have high hopes for it. I have a craft fair event next weekend as well, so I'll have 2 back-to-back craft fairs. Next week I plan to crochet as much as I sold, try to crochet as much as I can for next week on items that were the most popular to replace them. I won't be able to make too many things because really at the end of the night when I get home, I can only make one big plushie because I get home, I'm, you know, giving kids bath, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So it only really gives me time to do one thing unless it's something small, like, you know, making a slug or mini chickens, which I really love these mini chickens. They are so cute. So I will update you guys in the morning. I'll try to film as much as possible. I hope it's great for me, and just say a little prayer that the wind doesn't take down my canopy. See you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It's the day of the event. I just woke up. Hello. But I'm getting ready to do my hair, get my makeup on. Like I said earlier in the video, it's been raining, so really I'm just gonna wear my rain boots today because I don't know if we'll be on concrete or, you know, puddles. So I'm just gonna wear my rain boots today because I don't want to wear shoes. I had this really cute outfit picked out with white shoes, and I don't really want to wear them today because I know they'll just end up getting nasty. So I'm going to just wear that today and hope for the best. And we have to pack up the car And that is pretty much it. And then we'll be on our way. It's about 5 o'clock right now. We have to leave at 6. It's not going to take me too long to do my hair, but I'll update you guys whenever we get there. It's dark right now, so I can't really film what my car looks like. So I will talk to you guys. Okay. Okay. We made it to the festival. I've got almost, oh my gosh, I have a pimple on my nose. I've got almost the whole car unloaded. I'm putting everything up first and then bringing my plushies in last because it is windy, but I will show you guys when I'm done. Okay, here's what we're looking like. Got this little tier. And I put sandbags in some of these baskets so that they don't fly away. So these are all my $5 items. These are $5. I should probably put another sign out. These are all my big items, which I've got so many. And then I've got some small items over here too. And then all my trickles that I made. And then that's it. I didn't put my tablecloth down all the way because it's so windy. But that's it. I'll give you guys an update. Okay, we made our first sell and it was a pig. And so far it's been about 20 minutes and nothing. Okay guys, we finished up the day. I ended up leaving an hour and a half early because it was just not worth it to stay. I hadn't had a transaction in about 2 hours, so we ended up just leaving because there was no point in staying. My face got a little sunburnt, my lips got sunburnt, I could feel it. But it wasn't a bad day. The morning rush was definitely there, but then after that, there was nothing. Our rain was like supposed to be coming in this afternoon, and it was gonna be ugly. So I imagine that scared off people. Nonetheless, it was, you know, flash flood warnings were still out because there's still floods. So I will give you guys an update on what I sold. Okay. I'm back home after the market. I am in my son's room because I've been storing my plushies that I've made in his closet because mine has run out of room. So I'm in his room, which is full of like cards, baseball cards, football cards, and stuff like that. So don't mind it. But I wanted to go over the market with you guys. Let me grab my notebook. The weather was very windy. I couldn't record. It was too windy. I luckily didn't have any spillage of my plushies. I did have some signs that flew down, but that was about it. There was a couple people who didn't have weights or stakes for their tents. I don't know how they stayed as long as they did because I would have left and caught something. But with the area I was at, I was actually glad I was on the dirt because there were some people that were on the concrete and I would have been stressed all day just having to rely on weights. We used weights and stakes and I was still stressing, but luckily, I didn't have any spillage of my plushies, and that was all that I cared about because I was worried they would fall into the wet grass and be ruined. So I can say that out of the canopies that I could see, I was the one that had the most sales of the day, and I did not sell very much. I had 16 transactions. And altogether I had 24 plushies sell, and this is what I sold. I sold a pink piggy for $10, and that was my very first transaction, and that was at 9 o'clock whenever we opened. I sold a mini turtle that was for $5. I sold my loaf cat, that was $18. I sold a mini bee for $5. I sold this is all in one transaction, I sold a sitting bee, axolotl, and a possum to 3 little girls, and that was a $36 transaction. I sold a mini turtle next, a bee keychain, and a teddy bear keychain in one transaction. That was for $12. I made one mini axolotl, and it didn't turn out very good, but a little girl really loved it, and she bought it for $5. I sold 2 mini turtles, and that was for $10. I sold one of my blue mint green turtles for $26. And I sold a mini turtle, a mini pink dino for $10. I sold the mint green Miffy, which I was actually surprised that somebody bought it. I sold that and a pink whale in one transaction. That was $13. I sold the coral bunny and a red chicken, and a mom walked in, told her girls they could have what they wanted. They picked it out. Mom didn't question prices, just paid for it. So yeah, can't relate to just let my kids pick out with whatever. Next, I sold a sitting bee for $14. I sold 3 triceratops to siblings, and that came out to $30. They were $10 a piece. And then my last transaction was one of my mini sea turtles that was pink and white, and I sold her for $12. So altogether it was $247. I got $50 in cash, and then the rest were all done through Square, which I have the Square app on my phone, and it has the tap to pay, and it did not work for me. So people had to manually enter their cards in, and so that's what they had to do. And I was surprised. I thought it worked because I had tested it at home and it did, but for some reason it did not work there. So next time I do my event, I will be bringing my actual Square reader where you can put your card into it. I will also be bringing, because it was a lesson learned and I was so glad I came prepared. So I work in a quarry and we make sand there. So I was able to get sand for free from my quarry that I work at. And I also took extra sand after I filled up my sandbags, just in case one spilt and like lost sand. But I brought Ziploc bags, like for sandwiches, you know. And I put that on my table to help weigh down baskets and to help weigh down. I had a regular tablecloth, the little plastic ones that are like $1. I put that on just enough to hide a little bit of, or a big portion of the table. And then I put sandbags on the corners where I didn't have plushies. So that way it wasn't flapping back up. I will definitely be keeping those with me to put in baskets, because I know when a big gust of wind comes, it'll take those tiny little turtles, you know, miles away. The event was supposed to last until 5, but people were packing up at 2:30. My last transaction was at like 2 o'clock and we stayed till 3:30. And of course, right when we were packing up, people started to come, but I was getting sunburnt. It was getting hot. I didn't want to stay there much longer because they had already had 19 vendors not show up. So the lot that I was in actually had more empty spaces than vendors. So once 2 people left, it was really empty. And I was just not feeling it, because if I went to a craft fair and I saw that only 6 booths were there, and if I can just look at all 6 while I'm standing on the sidewalk, why would I want to go down there if I don't like any of the products that they're selling? So I made the executive decision, and I was getting tired anyways because I had been up since 4:30. So we just packed it all up and left. But I did get to spend the whole day with my husband. That was a bonus. We were kid free. I did get scouted for another event in June and then an event in September that people asked me to go to. So I'm thinking about doing that. The event that is in September, it would be 3 events back to back, and I don't think I can do that. I've definitely got enough stuff for my next event, which is next weekend. I do want to make some more items that I did sell since I sold, you know, 2 or 3 sitting bees. I'm gonna make 3 more. I'm gonna make some more small bees because I was surprised so many people loved those small bees. I would have never have guessed because I'm just not on that bee trend except for the sitting bees. Those are so cute. So I'm gonna make more of those. I'm definitely gonna make the tiny turtles, the Tofu the turtle, but it's not, it's an Instagram one that was for free. I'm definitely gonna make those because the $5 items people loved. They would see that I had a table full of $5 items. They would steer their kids there and let them pick it out. So I'm definitely gonna make more turtles. I'm gonna make 2 of the small sea turtles. I've actually got them made. I just have to put them together. I'm gonna make some of those. And I'm going to make 2 more of the loaf cats, which was the famous tail that looked like you know what in my last video. So I'm going to make 2 more of those guys. I've already got one halfway made. I just have to finish it. So I'm gonna make those. I'm gonna make 3 more triceratops to replace the ones that I sold. And then I really need to, everybody really liked the keychains. So I'm going to try to find more patterns for the keychains. I know that Stacy makes, I love her. She just made the ice cream cone one. So I'm thinking I might for my next event. I noticed that what I had in my square and what I had wrote down was not the same. So before I put everything back into the closet, I'm actually going to go through and probably adjust some of my prices because everybody says that I need to adjust my prices. So I think I might do that depending on how I feel. But I live in a very rural place and I think of how I shop. If I see something that's, you know, over $30 and it's a stuffed animal, I probably wouldn't buy it, but that's just me. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. So many compliments on my plushies. It was actually very flattering. I couldn't believe how many compliments I got, but everybody said that it was beautiful work and I was really glad. The thing that people mentioned the most was the moths. They like the white with the colorful wings. A lot of people picked those up. Surprisingly, nobody picked up my donkeys or any of my other farm animals, which I thought were some of the cutest items. They did not pick those up. I did have a lot of people pick up the Penelope. Those were really good, but nobody bought them. Really surprised that nobody bought them. So a mom did try to get her daughter to pick it, but she picked something else and it was like the $5 turtle. Compliments on the moth and the Penelope petals. Somebody asked me if I had the pickles. I'm gonna really have to commit if I make one of those pickles because I know a lot of people make them and I feel like they're kind of just overdone. Not one single person touched an octopus. I don't think I will be making those again because nobody liked them. What else was there? Everybody picked up the opossums. Nobody bought them, but everybody thought they were super cute. The chickens, everybody picked those up and loved them, but nobody bought any except for a little girl. But I think my next event, which is next weekend, I won't be able to change my setup because again, it's the spring and it's so windy here. So I'm gonna keep everything kind of lowered and in baskets. And maybe during the summer or the fall, I'll change my setup. Husband, we're talking about changing my setup to give it more height, which I agree. I would like that too. So I think we will probably buy some of the crates. I have one crate and it is so well built. It is so thick. I just think I can find it anymore. Anyways, like all the people that were around me had the crates, but they were so light. They were still getting knocked over by the wind. But we will try to figure something out, you know, within the next couple of events and see what's going on. Is it for me, guys. Let me, you know how your guys' markets went. I'm sure I'll be watching my next video. Do you guys want me to show you what I'm taking? Because it's pretty much the same, except it's missing, what, 24 items? Well, I'll be adding more items, so I don't know. Do you guys want me to show you guys that again? Do you like that I've held it up and had the loaf cat's tail in my face? So let me know what you guys want to see. I will do my best to do that for you guys.